We welcome you back to the Waco Center here just off the campus of Glenville State University in Glenville, West Virginia. It's the Carson-Newman Eagles and the Glenville State Pioneers, the hometown team, and the visitors who are 3-0, the only undefeated teams left in this tournament. They come to face off here this afternoon. Rayanna DeCrow with you here on the Eagles Sports Network from Glenville, West Virginia. And it's been a really fun weekend for these Eagles. 3-0 so far on the season, a little bit of a shaky set 3 in their early morning game against Bluefield State this morning. Almost gave up that third set. That would have been the only set of the season so far that they've dropped to any team. Yet they come back, never led in the set until it was 23-22. Show some resilience and win it 3-0. All sweeps so far for the Eagles as we get your starters going. The libero, Trinity Hafey. The setter, Blair Cherry. Annie Dzikowski is going to be in the back row for the Eagles. Emerson Osmus as well as Bella Cardello. And Addie Smith will round out that front line. And for the Pioneers, it's Greta Patafi in the front row, as well as Kaya Lyon. She'll be taking up the back row. Michaela Curry, the junior, will also be on the floor. Christina Lichtenhahn will start. Just kidding. It's Nina Helder who will start at libero for the Pioneers. And rounding out that Pioneers lineup is Elitsa Paneva, the junior from Sofia, Bulgaria. She'll be the setter on the floor, and she will serve first as we get ready to go here in set number 1. Pioneers 2-0 so far, haven't played a game today. Eagles played earlier this morning. The 9 a.m. early morning game got us up and out of bed. Here's Cherry off the serve. Osmus, the off speed, and lands in the far side of the court. Carson-Newman has the first point of set number 1 and the first point of game number 4 of this Glenville State tournament. That'll send the sophomore Emerson Osmus to the line. Osmus, back row. And shoved back over by Addie Smith as off the serve, Callie Queen puts it right into the breadbasket of Bella Cardello. So Osmus will return to the line. Carson-Newman leads 2-0. Received back row by Helder. It's Patafi with the first attack for the Pioneers. Here's Dzikowski, met by the block of Curry and Patafi on the far side. But it rolls down their bodies and out of play. 3-0, Eagles with the lead. This Carson-Newman Eagles team, 3-0 right now. If they were to win this game, 4-0, and that would be the first time they've started 4-0 since 2010. Patafi, cross court for Curry. She's turned away by Cardello and Smith, and the Eagles are fired up about it. 4-0, Carson-Newman leads. Couple of big-time blocks by Cardello this weekend. And they can just be momentum shifting. Here's Curry from the near side of the court, tries a drop shot, and it lands much too far of that back line. So it'll be 5-0 early here in set number 1. So Glenville State is taking care of both Chowan and Bluefield State as Osmus finally sends a serve into the net. Service error on Osmus, and it's a 5-1 Carson-Newman lead. That'll take the freshman Callie Queen to the line. Was Conference Player of the Year in high school and has been playing here for these Pioneers early as Cardello finds the back stripe, and it's 6-1 Eagles. A one-ball set from Cherry. And Avery Sixeye will check in for Cardello to serve. Sixeye, the transfer from UNC Greensboro. 14 matches last year in 24 sets. Serves it over, and Helder has to dive for it. Here's Osmus from the back row. Dug out by Paneva. Now Curry tries again. Same drop shot, same long shot. 7-1. The Eagles hold on to the lead. Six side goes back row again. It's received with two hands by Kelly. And Curry and Hurst going toe-to-toe with the net 2 times. Finally, Lyon will get a swing at it. And it lands right at the feet of Avery Six Eye. So it's 2-7, Carson-Newman with the lead. Kaya Lyon, the 5'10 freshman, led the Pioneers in the game against Chowan with 11 kills yesterday. From Covington, Virginia. As Helder will get the serve off. Here's Dizikowski on the attack. Goes right up the line into the back row. And man, she's been outstanding this weekend. 2 games and double-digit kills yesterday. And 7 in that last game against Bluefield State. The sophomore has made the most of her opportunities to get playing time. Smith, back row for Lyon. Lyon with the soft touch over. Smith has to dive for it, and it sails just inside the near side pin. Eagles in their white jerseys, the long sleeves with the orange caps, orange lettering. Trinity Hafey Libero in her blue tank top jersey with orange lettering and the blue to orange ombre sleeves. Pioneers in all blue with the white lettering. Cherry sets up Hurst. She has to reach back to hit that one over. Hill for Kelly. Kelly goes back row. It's received by Osmus with 2 hands, and Hafey has to send the free ball. Hill for Kelly again. It's dug out by Cherry. Dizikowski gets a hand on it, and Hurst bats it into the back row. Paneva sends it over. And back and forth, these teams trade blows. Near side for Kaya Lyon, and it's turned away by Maddie Hurst. The reigning SAC freshman of the year coming in big time, makes it 9-3. Two blocks in the game against Bluefield State, something that Coach Collins and both Hurst have said they've been working on big time in practice, and it's paid off here for Hurst. Hill for Kelly, a roll shot. Hafey digs it out with a good dive. Osmix is met by the block of Kelly and Hill. Cherry almost sent it over, but they'll call 4 touches on that one after it pinballed around a couple Eagles players. And it's 9-4. Carson-Newman still leads. So here's Lyon, the freshman. Lyon back row for Dizikowski. And Hurst leaves no crumbs. Cross-court shot lands empty hardwood. 10-4, Carson-Newman with the lead, and these Eagles are hot right now. So it's Hafey to serve. Hafey for Lyon in the back row. And into the block goes Callie Queen, a big-time swing, and Cardello and Cherry say nuh-uh. 11-4. And the Eagles already with 3 blocks. Hafey targets Lyon again. She's forced to send a shank over the net, and it lands outside the inside line. 12-4, Carson-Newman leads, and Glenville State needs a timeout early. This has been a tournament of news for the Eagles. They haven't seen any of these teams before aside from Glenville State, and that was long ago, back in 2009, when the Eagles swept the Pioneers 3-0 on August 28th of 2009. Glenville didn't put up more than 14 points in a set, but this team, this Pioneers squad, very different from the last time these two teams saw each other. Pioneers 3-25 overall last year, 1-14 in the Mountain East, but they're projected 5th in the South Division standings, have a largely new roster quite a few new additions to this team, including 5 JUCO transfers, 2 Division II transfers, and 5 really promising freshmen. 7 of those 12 new players saw the floor yesterday, so for head coach Kiara Perkins in her 3rd season, this has been a largely new look and something they're experimenting with. What better place to do it than at home, opening weekend in your first tournament? You're 2-0, things are going well, and now you get a true test against this Eagles team who plays in a really tough SAC conference. Timeout is over. Carson-Newman leads 12-4 as Hafey returns to the stripe. Lyon again has to receive it in the back row. She sends it a bit too far, and Cardello closes the door. Spick and span, it's 13-4. Carson-Newman with the last 4. Hill sets up Kelly on the far side. That one falls to the hardwood. Stevenson thinks she got a hand underneath it. Judges say no. 14-4 Eagles lead. Hafey targets Lyon again. And finally, Callie Queen gets a hold of one, lands her shot in the near side corner. So it's 14-5. That breaks up Carson-Newman's 5-point run. And it's Celine Yazar. Cherry with the setter's dump, almost fools the Pioneers. They'll slap it right back over, and Greta Patafi has her first kill of the afternoon. Make it 14-6. Really good IQ there to catch the Eagles out of system and off guard. So Celine Yazar serves again. Cherry has to dive to save the reception from Smith. Hill for Kelly on the far side. Soft touch. Cherry dives again. Can't reach it this time. Cartello gets a hand on it, but not enough to keep it in the air. So Glenville halves the deficit. It's 14-7. Eagles still leading. Celine Yazar short, and that'll be a service ace. Dizikowski diving for it, but a perfect little floater. Right on the left side corner of the big blue Pioneer G at center court. Tries for another short serve, and that one falls into the netting, so that breaks up the run at the line by Celine Yazar. She'll get checked out for the libero, number 7, Nina Helder. 15-8 Eagles lead, and Cherry serves. Back row for Lyon. Hill sets up Patafi. That one way long of the far line. And 16-8 Eagles lead. Cherry just hits the top of the netting there. Service error on the Eagles, and it's 16-9. Glenville will get the serve back. Couple of subs come in. Elitza Paneva, the junior setter, will come in to serve for Rita Kelly. Bounces the ball a few times on the far side of the court. Floater serve, slips down the netting. Error on the Pioneers. It's 17-19 Eagles lead. And that'll bring Emerson Osmus back to the line. Osmus, the best hitter on this Eagles team in the last game. 11 kills for the sophomore. Far side, it's Queen. She's turned away by Cardello and Dizikowski again. Bella Cardello with 4 blocks already in this contest. Osmus, roll shot, hits the top of the netting but falls over. Curry sends the free ball. Cardello goes back row. Now here's Smith on the attack. Tries for the cross-court back row shot. And it's long of that 90-degree angle in that far back corner. 18-10. Eagles still lead. And here's Callie Queen with the serve. Cardello slaps one down off the one ball from Cherry. And that's out of play on the far side. 18-11. Back row, Osmus receives. Now Dizikowski straight down the line, but dug out by Paneva. Really good dig, but Smith slaps it right back down. 19-11. And the Eagles have some energy here in this afternoon game. Addie Smith has been someone who's emerged for these Eagles so far this season. 6 matches last year, and she's played every one so far. Patafi is met by the block of Dizikowski, and Hurst is Lyon gets it on the near side and sends it way long. It's 20-11. Carson-Newman within 5. Six side to serve, back row, received by Helder. Paneva has to shove it over, and Hurst just pushes it right back down into the floor space. It's 21-11, Eagles with a 10-point lead. So here's six side, the junior transfer. Back row, Helder kind of shanks it towards the Pioneer baseline, and Lyon sends it all the way back with a pass over. Dizikowski, hard swing, ricochets off Paneva's hands and towards the Glenville bench. 22-11, Carson-Newman leads. Eagles with the last 4 points. That means Glenville needs another timeout. This Eagles team has been red hot so far in this match, hitting .350 to go along with 5 team blocks. This defense has been nothing short of phenomenal. 87 digs yesterday in the Chowan game. And that only happened 3 times last season. So already improving in so many other marks. Eagles only hit 190 last year as a team on the season. And so far this year, they're well above 200. So a couple of really good improvements, and trying to improve on that accuracy has been oh so huge. With a lot of new pieces, though, on the Eagles side, you lose Taylor Kieran, Taylor Adams, and a couple of really important contributors in the back row like Bennett McCombs. But nonetheless, these young players for the Eagles have stepped up big time. Addie Dizikowski has been phenomenal in this opening weekend. Addie Smith has stepped into a big-time role as well. And Bella Cardello has been the reliever for Maddie Hurst at the middle position and has been massive on the block. Timeout expires. It's 22-11, Eagles with the lead. You're listening to Carson-Newman Volleyball on the Eagles Sports Network as six side targets Helder in the back row. Lyons has to take the emergency ball, slaps it back over, but it's blocked. And Patafi sends the free ball. Here's Smith on the near side. Queen digs it out, and Lyon sends a really hard roll shot at Osmus in the back row. Hurst comes down on one. Now here's Lyon, big swing over the block. Osmus digs it out. Dizikowski, far side roll shot, empty hardwood. And a really good rally from both teams, but it's 23-11. Eagles come out on top of that one. So the timeout unsuccessful in icing Avery Sixeye, who gets Queen in the back row. Curry a little off balance, but manages just to tap it over. Queen digs it out back row, and Curry slams it home. The junior from Long Beach, California, one of those transfers from Long Beach City, was first team all-conference both in indoor and beach volleyball. 9 kills in the Bluefield State game yesterday, 7 against Chowan. And has been a really important addition for these Pioneers in this opening weekend. have a pause in play. As Carson-Newman's one away from winning the set. 24-11, 6-eye. Back row for Helder. Paneva for Lions. It's dug out by Cherry. 6-eye gets one over. A free ball, but a tough one nonetheless as Curry sends a knuckleball. Cherry near side for Smith. That's off the arms of Helder and out of play. 25-11, Carson-Newman wins set number 1, and they carry on from where they were in the Bluefield State game. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network. Stick around. We'll have all your action from set number 2 when we come back.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Saborijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Saborijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Saborijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
It's taken by Hodge. Her floater is up and in with 9.3 to play in the game. We're tied at 72.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owners insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
A deafening kill by Addie Smith to open up set number 2. Here from the Waco Center in Glenville, West Virginia. It's 1-0 Eagles here in set number 2, and they lead by a set is Dizikowski. Comes down on one from the back row, and Paneva can't get a handle on it. It falls to the floor. It's 2-0 Carson-Newman. So Cherry will serve. Goes to Queen in the back row. Here's Curry. Met by the block of Cardello and Smith. They've been phenomenal as a pair. Cherry, one ball to Cardello. Block is there for the Pioneers. Hayfie for Smith with the roll shot. Almost falls, but it's Chrisman to dig it out. Cherry back set to Smith, who slams it home down the line. And Stevenson can't get a handle on it. So here's Cherry to serve. Ricochets off the arms of Queen, and somehow the Pioneers send the free ball over it. Osmus on the near side. Hammers it down, Lyon digs it out. Queen with the soft set. Cherry for Osmus. That's turned away by the all Mountain East freshman selection last year in Keely Chrisman. So Queen with the serve. Cherry for Cardello. Little acrobatic touch turns it all the way towards the near side of the court as she was facing the far side. And it's 4-1 Carson-Newman. Here's Osmus. Back row, Queen receives cleanly. Lyon, soft touch, Hayfie dives to get it. Smith on the far side. Hammers it down, Paneva has it dug out. Here's Chrisman off the hands of Cardello and Dizikowski. Bad timing on the block by the Eagles, and it's 2-4. A dominating set 1 victory from the Eagles, 25-11. Glenville State, the only other team in this tournament that remains undefeated. Smith goes near side for Dizikowski with the roll. And here's Chrisman again. Cherry has to dive off the arms of the blockers. Curry sets up Chrisman again. Cherry manages to put it up high in the air, and Osmus has to send the free ball from the back row. Paneva for Celine Yazar, who just checked in and slams it down. It's 4-3. Carson-Newman still leading. Hayfie receives it cleanly back row. Now here's Dizikowski. Down and good. It's 5-3 Carson-Newman. And Annie Dizikowski continues to dominate. Already with 6 kills in the 2 sets. She leads the team. Hitting over 500 too. 6-eye into serve. Received by Queen in the back row. Now here's Lyons far side. Turned away as Dizikowski presses it over with 5 fingers. Free ball by Chrisman. Cherry down the middle for Hurst, and it rolls off the arms of Chrisman and Celine Yazar. Chrisman second on the team in kills last season. Added more than a few blocks to go along with it. As Paneva for Lions on the far side. Cherry gets a hand underneath it, but it pops about 2 feet off the ground, and no one can get there in time. It's 6-4, Carson-Newman still with the lead. Couple of subs come out onto the floor. Sadie Hill will replace Chrisman to serve. Sadie Hill led the team last year with 573 assists. 3 service aces against Jawan yesterday, but Dizikowski has that one clean as Hurst unloads. Back row and ricochets all the way into the bleachers here at the Waco Center, an incredible facility here for the Glenville State Pioneers. Plenty of seats to fill this up. The banners hang across the wall for multiple Mountain East and WVICA championships. The national championship banner from their women's basketball's win back in 2022 hangs in between them all. As a service ace there for Maddie Smith makes it 8-4. She'll step up to the line again. Queen has it in the back row. Now here's Celine Yazar. Hurst was right there to meet her, but it goes into the netting instead. 9-4, Carson-Newman with the lead. Smith goes back row for Helder. Pressed over, the Eagles keep it alive, and Smith has to send the free ball. On the near side, it's Kelly. Dug out by Hafey. Cherry slaps it over. Both of these teams moving super quick in transition as Cherry with the one-handed dump fools everyone and makes it 10-4. Cherry so good at those tricky plays. 111 kills last year for the junior. 9th all-time in assists per set for Carson-Newman. See if she continues that this season. She sets up Maddie Hurst, who presses it down. Making good decisions on the setting front. Gives Carson-Newman the 11-4 lead. A 1,000 assists last year for Blair Cherry. That's only been done 15 other times in Eagle volleyball history. Smith with the serve. Now here's Queen from the back row, and Hurst denies the bobble shot from Celine Yazar. And Glenville State will take a timeout. It's 12-4. Carson-Newman with the lead. And we'll be back for the rest of set 2 action on the Eagles Sports Network. Stick around.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. In the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network as the timeout expires. It's 12-4, Carson-Newman with the lead, and Addie Smith with a 5-point run at the service line. She targets Helder in the back row. That one's pressed over by Kelly, and Smith dives for it, but it's much too far outside the right side pin, and it'll be 12-5. Carson-Newman still with the lead. That'll bring the freshman and Kaya Lyon up to the service line. Osmus receives. Dizikowski tries for the floater over, and Hurst has to send the free ball. Hill goes far side for Queen, and that one lands. 12-6. Glenville starts to cut the deficit. Osmus gets it out off the net as Hurst is turned away by Celine Yazar and Rita Kelly combining for that block. Oh, an absolute wall in front of Hurst. She couldn't see anywhere else. And it's 12-7. That serve by Lyons was gonna float out of play, but Osmus couldn't decide whether she wanted to get an arm on that or not. Instead, she tips it out of play, so it's 12-8. Pioneers cut it to 4. Osmus receives again. Dizikowski has to run towards the bleachers. Hafey dives for it. But a little scramble to no avail. 12-9. Glenville with a great run at the line from Kyle Lyon. They've had the last 4. Hafey receives this one cleanly. Now here's Hurst far side. The soft touch off speed fools the defense. And Carson-Newman gets back on the board 13-9. Assistant coach Jess Moore speaking to me about improving IQ, knowing when to slam the ball down into the floor and when to use those off-speed touches. Hurst had it there is Dizikowski, a great serve. Lions in the back row. Shanks it towards the net, and the Pioneers can't keep it up. It's 14-9. And Dizikowski sends that one into the net. A couple service errors from the Eagles in that last game, but overall the serving from this Eagles team has been incredibly tough. 2 games already with 10 team service aces. As Celine Yazar tries to send a floater serve over, but it's much too short. It hits Rita Kelly in the front row. So 15-10. Both teams now in double digits. And Trinity Hafey returns to the line. The captain libero anchoring that back row. Now here's Queen, who tries to go for the set from Stevenson in the back row, but too tight to the net. She can't get to it in time. It's 16-10, Carson-Newman with the lead. Hafey, back row again, targets Queen. Now here's Kelly on the near side. Full 5 fingers to press it over. Jousting is Cherry and Curry. Couple of free balls sent back and forth, and finally Lyons shanks it out of play on the Carson-Newman side of the floor. It's 17-10. Coach Collins spoke to me about how her team plays really fast. Bunch of young players out on the floor that like to play the game super fast. Seems much of the same for the Pioneers as Curry presses that one into the backcourt, and it's 17-11. Curry with her first kill on the afternoon. 6 foot tall, she's able to get up over the blockers and see all over the floor, be incredibly accurate. Bolton receives cleanly in the back row. Here's Osmus on the near side. Hard slam into the arms of the blockers. And Stevenson gets it well enough in place so Curry can send the free ball over. Cardello on the slide doesn't land. Osmus and Cardello turn away Chrisman. And it's 18-11. Eagles with the lead off that block from Cardello and Osmus. This Eagles team hitting .352 as a team so far in this 4th game of the Glenville State Tournament as Cherry sends her serve over. Chrisman on the far side, turned away by Cardello and Smith. It pinballs around a couple Pioneers, but nobody can send it back. It's 19-11. Carson-Newman within 6 now. Eagles fans in attendance here making the travel as Smith just bats it down with 2 hands off the wonky reception from the Cherry serve. So now 20-11. In that last meeting between Carson-Newman and the Pioneers, Glenville State didn't score more than 14 points in a set It's remained that way so far. That one goes off the hands of the blockers. A really good off-speed shot from Chrisman on the far side. Cardello and Smith were up for the block, but it ricochets off their hands and falls down on the outside line. Osmus receives cleanly. Cardello turns and shoves it over. Here's Lyon. Hard slam into the arms of Cardello and Smith. But it falls out of play. 20-13. Glenville State crawling back into this one. Chrisman with 3 kills. That ties for the team lead. Cherry sets up Osmus on the far side. That rolls off the arms of Kyle Lyons and out of play. It's 21-13. Eagles within 4. Have swept every team so far here in this Glenville State tournament. As Osmus returns to the line, she targets Queen in the back row. Now here's Lyons. The soft touch. Dizikowski's there for the cover. Smith right into the arms of the blockers, but it's turned away. Cardello jousts with Chrisman at the net, and the Pioneers get a shot at it. Queen runs for it. Curry can't get a hand on it. And the 3 touches into the net. It's 22-13. Carson-Newman with the lead. Osmus, that all-SAC selection last year, been really good in this Glenville State tournament as Curry picks her spot in the back row. Cherry gets an arm on it, but it floats to the floor. Make it 22-14. Glenville State trails by 8. Curry will get her first shot at the line. Spinner serve, and that'll be in play. Dizikowski thought it was going to be out. She watched it all the way, and it just falls with about a quarter of the ball inside the line. Eagles set up in an L formation. Dizikowski receives with 2 hands. She takes a whack at it. Roll shot, and Curry sets up far side for Lyons. Smith tried to get a hand on it. Hafey had to dive towards the backcourt and couldn't reach it in time. So 22-16. Osmus receives this one cleanly again. Smith on the far side. All she had to do was put a hand on it, and it rolls down the body of Lyons and Celine Yazar. 23-16, Eagles within 2 now. And Glenville State has broken the curse. They've crawled above that 14-point mark that they couldn't reach in that first game back in 2009. 6-eye into serve. It's received with 2 hands in the back row and slapped over by Celine Yazar. Now here's Dizikowski off the net, up the line, and it lands in the near side corner. 24-16. And 6-eye with a chance to end it. Dug out by Queen. Here's Lyon, a big slam up the line. And nobody seems to know if it was in play or not. They say it was tipped by an Eagles finger, and it will fall to Glenville State. So 24-17. Trinity Hafey will check back in, as well as Maddie Hurst. Couple more subs. Nope, referees just need to make sure they're making the approval with the scorers table, as Cardello will come in for 6-eye and Hafey will come into that back row as well. So here's the senior, Sadie Hill with the serve. Osmus receives. Hurst, big slam, closes the door and fires her teammates up. Carson-Newman wins set number 2, 25-17. They now lead 2-0, looking for their 4th sweep of the weekend and to start 4-0 for the first time since 2010. We'll find out if they can do it in set number 3. Stay with us. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. Foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks. Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Taken by Hodge. Her floater is up and in. With 9.3 to play in the game, we're tied at 72.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
About ready to go here in set number 3. Carson-Newman leads the Glenville State Pioneers 2-0 with a set 1 victory 25-11, set 2 victory 25-17. These Pioneers, the only other team in this tournament that's still undefeated. As Katie Bedgley will get us going here with the serve. And Carson-Newman will slap one over. It's Dizikowski on the cross-court shot. And that opens up the scoring for the Eagles 1-0. Osmus with the serve. Queen receives in the back row. Now here's Chrisman right into the arms of Smith and Cardello. Little awkward shot. And it's 2-0. Osmus serves again. Queen receives it cleanly. Now here's Chrisman. Cardello and Smith slow it down. And Cardello forces it over with a whole hand. Hafey for Smith on the near side. Stevenson almost had it with two hands. Instead, it bounces out of play. Eagles up 3-0 early here in set number 3. Smith has been a weapon both in the setting department but also in the killing department, and as has Michaela Curry as she unloads on one at that middle position. No slowing that one down. And it's 3-1. Glenville State finally gets the ball back. Here's Queen. Osmus manages in back row. Dizikowski far side, big slam. It's turned away. Here's Smith, soft touch. Curry can't get her arm on it. And it's 4-1 Carson-Newman after that big slam from Addie Smith. Curry has her hands in the air, doesn't like the call. She thinks maybe there was a net violation there. Referees will have a conversation with head coach Kiera Perkins. In her third season with the Pioneers, hasn't had a winning record just yet. The closest she's been is 11-18. But trying to work her way back into a winning position, made a couple of new additions to this team. And after review, they'll actually turn that point over to the Pioneers, so it's 3-2. Eagles still lead by 1, and it's Queen with the serve. 12 digs against Chuan yesterday. She's got 9 in this contest. Stevenson sets up Chrisman on the far side, and that one well out of play. It's 4-1. So, excuse me, they actually didn't overturn that point, but instead replayed it. So a 4-1 score, and 6-side to serve. Set up far side for Chrisman. The roll shot is clean in the back row from Osmus. Cherry with the setter's dump. Now here's Lyon. Slammed and turned away by Hurst and Smith. Pioneers scramble, and it's a free ball. Hurst down the middle for Cherry, down the middle for Hurst, and she finds the empty hardwood. It's 5-1. Eagles lead. Eagles hit .417 in that second set. Have been incredibly accurate so far this season, picking their spots and landing. As 6-side with the service ace, Stevenson in the back row. It nails off the front of her fist and ricochets towards the benches. So it's 6-1. 6-eye on a 5-serve run. Lyons does a smart job of the off-speed shot. Nobody home for the Eagles, and it's 6-2. Lyon with 7 kills today and 2 aces to go along with it. The freshman has fit in just fine here on this Pioneers roster. Was an all-state selection her senior year of high school as Dizikowski shanks one into the scoring table off of the Michaela Curry serve. 22 matches last season with Long Beach City, 178 kills to go along with it. Hard serve, Dizikowski gets it this time, and Cherry has to scramble for it. Smith presses it over. Far side for Chrisman. And that's turned away by Hurst and Dizikowski. Lands into the back row. And Lyon, diving for it, is now down on the floor, holding that right elbow. She's back up on her feet now, holding that right shoulder. Seems to be all right, though. Gets up and just needed another second after that hard dive to the floor. So here's Smith. It's 7-3, Eagles lead. And the junior from Istanbul, Turkey, and Ermac will come in to set. An errant one gives Carson-Newman an 8-3 lead. Here's Smith. Ermac for Celine Yazar. And that one ricochets out of play off a Carson-Newman arm. It's 8-4, Eagles still lead. Ermac will check out. And Sadie Hill will come in to serve. Finds Osmus in the back row, but she handles it. Hurst with a right-handed cut shot. Now here's Kelly on the far side. Presses it over with 5 fingers. Dizikowski slams it home. Hill can't handle it. And it's 9-4. Man, Annie Dizikowski has a heavy arm, and that's why she's got 9 kills in this match so far. Hitting above 500, too. The sophomore outside has been nothing short of outstanding, leading this Eagles team in kills this weekend. Hill far side for Lions. Soft touch. Hurst gets an arm on it and it falls to the hardwood. 10-4 Eagles lead. Another block from this Eagles team. Already with 19 blocks as we get a timeout from the Glenville State Pioneers. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, all the rest of the action from set number 3, see if the Eagles can close the door.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew John.
Back on the Eagles Sports Network, Brianna DeCrow checking in with you from set number 3. It's 10-4, Eagles with the lead, and Dizikowski serves back row, Queen receives. Here's Kelly near side, mistimes it, and a miscommunication with Hill and Celine Yazar makes it 11-4. Hill for Queen from the back row. Hurst turns her away and watches as it falls to the floor. It's 12-4. Carson-Newman leads. And Maddie Hurst has been a force to be reckoned with on the front lines today. Here's Dizikowski. A long run at the service line for the sophomore. Hafey digs it out in the back row. Now here's Hurst again. Soft touch over. Nobody home. Stevenson dives. Can't get there in time. It's 13-4. 32 kills for the Eagles here in this 4th game of the Glenville State Tournament. They turn around on Tuesday to play their first SAC opponent, UVA-wise. Dizikowski, hard serve, shanked off the arms of Helder. And my goodness, Annie Dizikowski with 2 aces on the day, but nearly 10 on the weekend. And that one goes right into the netting, so a service error to balance us out. Dizikowski, 41 sets last year in 17 matches. Her best game was the very first one she played against Missouri St. Louis with 17 kills. But other than that, 3 double-digit kill games. She's already had 3 this weekend. 7 kills in the last game against Bluefield State. Struggled with the accuracy, but that hasn't been a problem here this afternoon as Hafey serves. Hill sets up Celine Yazar. That's shoved back over by Cardello. Here's Queen from the back row. And Osmus with the roll shot. Bolton digs it out in the back row. Osmus a heavy slam this time. And Helder dives to get it. She'll manage. Kelly roll shot. And pressed over by Callie Queen. That's going to be out of play. And it's 16-5, Eagles lead. Both of these teams staying super scrappy, but the Eagles, the ones to finish the job. Hafey targets Lions. That comes right back over the net. Cherry, far side for Osmus. Really good dig in the back row by Helder. Queen has to set it over, and Osmus slaps it in the far side of the court. All of the Pioneers had congregated on the near side and finds nothing but empty hardwood. It's 17-5, Eagles lead. Hafey's serve is up and Lions receives it clean. Celine Yazar unloads on one, but Hafey's there to dig it out. Dizikowski roll shot from the back row, and Lions doesn't know what to do with her arms as she dives to the floor. Make it 18-5. Eagles have done a really good job letting their hitters do their thing from the back row, too. Hafey another serve as Helder tries to dive for it, chinks it right underneath the net, and it's 19-5, Eagles running away with it. The junior captain on a 4-serve run. Helder receives it clean this time. Far side for Kelly. That's met by Osmus and Violet Light, who just checked in. The freshman gets her first action on the front lines. Falls to the hardwood, though, so 19-6 the score. And Celine Yazar will serve. Up and away, Dizikowski manages. Cherry for Light right on the one ball in the middle. Osmus has to punch it over. Couple of touches on her side. Kelly a really hard slam into the near side corner, and Bolton can't keep it up. It's 19-7. Celine Yazar gets her second whack at it. 23 matches last year for Celine Yazar, and she gets a service ace there. 63 sets last year for the sophomore, 62 kills. She had 8 in both games yesterday. As her serve is up again, and Bolton receives it cleanly this time. Cherry slaps it over, and it's 20-8. Carson-Newman within 5. Eagles have kind of struggled in these opening tournament weekends in recent history. Haven't gone better than 3-1 as Kelly slams it home, and that brings some energy to the Glenville bench and their fans. Rita Kelly, one of the seniors on this team, she led this squad in kills last year with 241, 10 games and double-digit kills in her junior season. She's going to be the leader out there on the floor for the Pioneers this year. Ermac comes in to serve. Cherry for Osmus on the near side. Off-speed shot. And that one's poked out of play by Queen, who tries to get a hand on it and can't manage. 21-9. Light is the middle in the front row. Dizikowski and Smith. Osmus, Cherry, and Hafey in the back row. Osmus targets Queen. Ermac sets up Chrisman. Osmus with a really good dig in the back row. And Dizikowski up the line. Lands her shot, 22-9. And Annie Dizikowski on a tear. 11 kills in today's contest. She leads the Eagles by 2. Osmus with 14 digs, and that serve just sails long. 22-10, Pioneers get it into double digits. Osmus just with 1 double-double last season. That was in the kills and digs department, but they've really utilized her in that defensive spot this year. Here's Paige Bussum, who just checked into this game. She takes a swing into the block, and Osmus tries from the back row. Here's Curry on a postage stamp in the back row. 22-11. Carson-Newman still leads. Here's Queen. The pink shoes. She sends this one at Hafey, who gets it cleanly. Light slams it into the block. And Violet Light has her first kill. The Eagles bench loves it. 23-11. Eagles lead. Light will check off for Maddie Hurst, and Avery Sixeye will come in to serve for Hafey. Giving her all the love over there on the bench with some pats on the legs as Curry slams one off the one ball. And Glenville loves it. 23-12 and trying to respond with some energy of their own. The middle's trading blows. Curry with 4 kills in the contest. She'll step up to serve. Osmus receives. Cherry back set to Smith, who slams it down, but Curry digs it out. Here's Chrisman. Osmus for Bussum with the roll shot. Osmus gets it again. That comes right back over, and Celine Yazar closes the door. 24-13. Eagles by 10. Here's Curry with her second try. Bussum clean reception. Middle for Hurst, and the off-speed cut works like a charm. 24-13. Maddie Hurst gets in double-digit kills. 10 for her on the afternoon to go along with 4 big blocks. Cardello tacks onto that block total with 6. Smith will serve. It's far side for Chrisman. The cut shot, Smith digs it out. Bussum. Roll shot with the left hand. Chrisman fires back, and Maddie Hurst closes the door with a big-time block. No thank you, and it's 25-13. Eagles are 4-0 to open the season for the first time since 2010. Glenville will move on to play West Virginia Wesleyan in their tournament, now 2-1, at 7 p.m. And the Eagles will pack up their stuff and go home happy at 4-0. They take on their first SAC opponent in UVA-Wise on Tuesday. That's going to be all for now from the Waco Center here just off the campus of Glenville State University. I'm Rihanna Crone. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Eagles Sports Network.